Tika the Iggy, the elegant Italian greyhound whose sense of fashion, charm, and personality captured millions of hearts online, has died. Her devoted owner, Thomas Shapiro, broke the heartbreaking news in an emotional social media post, leaving fans around the world in shock and sorrow. The small, graceful dog who strutted through life in colorful outfits and with an air of effortless sophistication is gone, but her spirit and the joy she brought to so many will never be forgotten. According to Thomas, Tika's passing came after a difficult and unexpected medical battle. The little greyhound had developed 2 tumors in her liver, and though her humans followed veterinary advice and opted for surgery to remove them, fate had a different plan. At first, everything appeared to be going smoothly. The operation was deemed a success. The doctors were optimistic, and Tika even seemed to be recovering faster than expected. She was discharged from the clinic with no apparent complications, full of energy and affection, ready to return to the place she loved most, her home, surrounded by the humans who had always adored her. That first night she indulged in her favorite meal, a bit of chicken, something that always made her tail wag. She looked content and peaceful, as if the worst was behind her. For Thomas and his partner, it felt like a moment of relief after days of worry. But by the next morning, everything changed. Thomas recalled that Tika seemed a little different, slower, quieter, her usual sparkle dimmed but still visible in her eyes. She wasn't in distress. Instead, she seemed calm, as if her body was weary but her heart was still trying to stay close to those she loved. The veterinarians believed it was a normal reaction to the anesthesia and pain medication, a temporary side effect. No one could have predicted that this would be the beginning of her final moments. Slowly, quietly, her body began to give up. Despite every effort and all the love in the world, Tika passed away at home, in the arms of the humans who had made her life so extraordinary. For those who followed her journey online, Tika was more than just a dog. She was a symbol of self-expression, confidence, and individuality. Dressed in custom-made outfits that ranged from elegant evening gowns to casual winter sweaters, she strutted across social media feeds with the confidence of a runway model. Her fashion sense was impeccable, but it wasn't the clothes that made her famous. It was her personality. Every photo, every video captured her sass, her charm, and her unique way of bringing humor and happiness into the world. She wasn't just wearing clothes. She was making statements. Each outfit said something about embracing yourself, finding beauty in uniqueness, and not taking life too seriously. Tika's rise to fame was as remarkable as her style. What began as Thomas posting cute pictures of his beloved Italian greyhound turned into a viral phenomenon. Her big eyes, slim frame, and expressive poses made her an instant hit. She became one of the internet's most beloved pets, featured in magazines, interviewed on talk shows, and even walking virtual red carpets during fashion events. Millions of followers across Instagram, TikTok, and other platforms tuned in just to see what she'd wear next. Tika wasn't just a dog, she was an icon. She was the face of a new generation of pet influencers, proving that creativity and authenticity could make even a small Italian greyhound a global celebrity. But behind all the glitz and online fame was a deep, genuine bond between Tika and her owner. Thomas often spoke about how she changed his life, how she helped him through difficult times, provided companionship during lonely nights, and inspired him to see the world differently. Tika had a way of sensing human emotions. When Thomas was anxious, she would rest her head on his lap, quietly reminding him that everything would be okay. When he celebrated milestones, she was always there, wagging her tail as if she understood every word. Their connection was more than that of a pet and an owner. It was a friendship built on unconditional love. That's what made her passing so devastating. Thomas didn't just lose a pet, he lost a piece of himself. He described her final day in detail. The quiet house, the way she looked at him with eyes that seemed to say goodbye, the stillness in the air that followed. He and his partner sat beside her, whispering gentle words of love and gratitude, telling her how proud they were of her, how much she meant to them. And when her breathing slowed and finally stopped, they knew that her little heart, which had loved so fiercely, had finally found peace. As the news of Tika's passing spread, social media was flooded with tributes. Fans posted pictures, shared memories, and wrote emotional messages about how much she had meant to them. Many spoke of how Tika's videos had made them smile on hard days, how her unapologetic personality reminded them to embrace their quirks and love themselves. Some said they felt like they'd lost a friend, even though they had never met her. The outpouring of love was immense, from fellow pet influencers to celebrities to everyday people who had simply fallen in love with her charm. For many, Tika represented something pure in an often chaotic world. She was a little creature who radiated positivity and humor, teaching people that joy can be found in the smallest things: a cozy sweater, a good meal, a loving home. Her influence extended far beyond the internet. She inspired people to adopt dogs, to care for animals, and to find creative ways of expressing love. Thomas often said that if Tika could make someone smile, then her mission was complete. Judging by the millions of people grieving her loss, it's safe to say that she succeeded far beyond what anyone could have imagined. In remembering Tika, it's impossible not to think about how much she changed perceptions of what pets could be. She wasn't just a cute dog doing tricks. She was a voice of individuality in a digital world that often demands perfection. Through her videos, she showed vulnerability and strength, sometimes appearing tired or stubborn, sometimes full of sass and energy, but always authentically herself. That authenticity connected her to people in a profound way. She became a companion to many through their phone screens. The little dog who reminded you to be kind to yourself, to have fun, to dress up if it makes you happy, and to never be ashamed of who you are. Thomas's tribute to her reflected that same spirit. In his post, he thanked everyone who had supported Tika throughout her journey, saying that their love gave her life more meaning than words could describe. He shared stories of her favorite places: the park where she used to chase leaves, the couch she claimed as her throne, the countless outfits she modeled with patience and pride. He said she loved attention but loved affection even more. She had been adored not just for her fame but for her heart, and that, he said, was what made her truly special. As the days passed, Thomas began sharing old clips and unseen photos, moments that fans cherished. There was Tika bundled in a soft blanket, her long neck sticking out, eyes half closed in contentment. Another showed her running in slow motion, ears flapping, the definition of freedom. Each image carried the weight of memory, of love that endures even after death. People commented by the thousands, telling Thomas to take comfort in knowing how much happiness Tika had brought into the world. In every comment, one could feel the shared grief and gratitude of a global community united by one small Italian greyhound. The Italian greyhound breed is known for its elegance and sensitivity, but Tika seemed to possess something extra, a spark that turned everyday moments into art. She had an expressive face that could communicate joy, annoyance, confusion, or pride without a single sound. Her long legs and sleek frame made her look almost like a living sculpture, but her goofy expressions and comedic timing grounded her, making her relatable and endearing. Even when she strutted in glamorous outfits, there was always a wink of humor, a reminder that she knew she was being dramatic, and she loved it.